Alright, air signs, here's the deal. I had to restart the video for reasons I can't tell you because I am running a contest. And you gotta go watch the Synchronicity Surprise video so you can understand the contest, but for undisclosed reasons I could not tell you why I had to restart the video. But I did indeed have to restart the video. However, this spread was looking so good that I didn't want to reshuffle on you. Like, this is really a story coming out here. I was really digging it, but then like midway through I was like, God damn you, me. Alright, so if you want to know, you're gonna have to keep tuning in. Watch the video, and yeah, contest run until the 16th. Okay, so go get filled in. Maybe that's an extra hint. Alright, but I had to restart, so that's why you have cards. I just spent like 5 minutes shuffling and talking about this, and gosh darn it, I had to restart, okay? But I'm just going to pick up where I left off. So bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. So after all of this, still left a little indecisive, okay? Up top, of course, we have the universe here. We will discuss that more later, but it is going to work out for your highest good. It's just maybe not going to feel the best kind of thing, right? So let's see what's going on. Work, life, finances, etc., jobs, career, whatever, for air signs. We got a jumper. Okay, here we go. Aldramech. Okay. And let's see any channeled messages that we got going on for Oh, I almost said Libra. That's really weird. I feel like it's going to be a Libra heavy reading. But it's for all air signs, keep in mind. But really we're looking for channel messages for air signs. Okay. Channel messages for air signs. Channel messages for air signs. Whoa, they keep coming out. Showing themselves and not coming out. Here we go. I'm going to keep that face down. Channel messages for air signs. What's going on with air signs? Ooh, a little regret. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, let's get started. It was just 222 on the video, so love to see it. Also, I was saying originally, like, I wanted the video to be a little shorter, and we just knocked off like shuffle time. So, okay, right? Anyway, up top we have the universe. So things are working out. Don't even get it twisted. Don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. Like, this is going as well as it can for your highest possible good, and you will most likely get the outcome that you truly want. Whether or not you know what the outcome is at this time is questionable, but know that it's for your best self and your best life. All right, and it's going to go how it needs to go, but it is going to work in your favor no matter what. So what exactly is it? These are a little messy, I'm not gonna lie, but we have the 3 of discs works, okay? So you got a steady balance here. You might have 3 in the family, you might have 3 sources of income, you might have 3 major things that you value in this world, such as family, job, hobbies, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's a balance, okay? I mean, we like the triangle, and not necessarily love triangles, but if you're into triples, then yeah, sure. Whatever it is, it's very much working out. It goes right well with this universe card, like good energy to start in. And then we have Princess of Cups, okay? And I mentioned earlier in the fake video, lots of similar cards with fire and air, earth. This is air now, but lots of similar cards to fire and earth. And what I was saying is, out of 78 cards, you might have readings back to back. There's no same cards, right? But this is a lot of similar situations. So if you are dealing with someone, some kind of relationship or partnership, you might want to check out the other videos. And if you're participating in the contest, you're going to want to watch those too. So Princess of Cups, though, you know, this is a new thing that we're kind of all working with. And I do feel like a lot of air signs can be really dry. It's not that they're necessarily pessimistic, but air maybe closer on that side, other than rare occasions. I feel like Gemini's pretty positive, Libra's more realist, and Aquarius is sort of pessimist, even if it's just like deprecation humor. Either way, this is going to be embarking on a new program for your mind, okay? You're ready to get right. You're ready to really open up and for your mind so your ass can follow, right? We got the Eight of Wands, swiftness. Okay, so things are going to come pretty quick, and you're going to have to make decisions on your feet based on how you're feeling in that moment. You won't be able to be as calculated and cruel as you normally are. I don't know why I said calculated and cruel. It seems a bit intense, but you won't be able to be as calculated as you normally are. You're going to have to be a little heat of the moment. And you're going to have to get used to that. I think that's why I said Libra earlier, is because that's especially going to be hard for Libra, whereas Geminis tend to go with the flow pretty easily. Aquariuses sort of have no flow, I would almost say. But Libras are the ones who really, once they make a decision, it's hard for them to waver. And so this is going to be a lesson, again, for all of you in different ways, just like with the mindset thing, yeah? Okay, so we have Ace of Cups. I see the mind thing going well, though. You're really getting in the right headspace here, air signs. You know, you're really starting to find your own fulfillment and truly see the cup as a cup. We have the Ten of Cups, satiety, getting it all, right? Hell yeah, just all that and a bag of chips, everything that you want. To be overly satisfied, it's almost more than you can handle, okay? If you are dealing with a water sign, cool. Yeah, big ups to that. It's going well for you, yeah, I think. They might even be helping. Three of Cups, abundance, okay? So things really, really going well to the point where once you have everything, you know how to get anything. Okay, once you unlock the secret, once you reach this Ten of Cups, your full chalice, okay, you really start to understand what it means to be abundant, truly. You might think of yourself as abundant now, but the blessings that you are unlocking by taking the time to figure it out for real, oh, you have no idea what's coming to you. You really don't. I don't, you know. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so things, if this is new for you, then things are turning in your favor. Okay. On the other hand, the decreasing cups here, the 10 to the 3, even though they're both really good and very powerful cards, the Wheel of Fortune may indicate that it is slowly turning out of your favor, right? Getting a good vibe from water signs, but in the event that this is turning out of your favor, the next card is the Leo card, which is lust. So you might be obsessing about your luck. You might be like, holy shit, I just don't stop winning. That Wheel of Fortune is turning. This is crazy. It might bring you some romance, some physical attraction, something fun and casual. It could be talking about a Leo. Okay? Might not be working out so great with the Leo, actually, is the thing. Fire sign in general, even, if not specifically Leo. But it kind of depends on what's going on in your life to understand which way that wheel is turning. Okay? But very, very good start here. Very much like on top of your shit. Here's the thing. Going into this, a little bit obsession, right? Maybe a little bit of pride. Possibly a Leo or a fire sign, okay? You have to decide. Because if you're dealing with a fucking fire sign, you're not going to sit here and be like, well, that doesn't apply to me. No, that means you're being a little too proud, probably. Okay? But up top here on this next pile, we have the Prince of Wands, okay? So if you are obsessing, it's like not in a healthy way at all. And if you're dealing with a Leo, they are not very mature, especially emotionally, okay? They maybe, if you are dealing with a casual sort of relation, it's probably not getting serious. So it's not bad news, but it's not great news, no matter what scenario you're in. Like, no matter how the cards apply. Double fire, right? Eight of Prudence on its side. If you are dealing with the Prince of Wands, if you are in Prince of Wands energy, regardless, okay? Are you staying true to yourself? Are you sacrificing in the sake of someone else and not doing what you want to do, or are you planting your roots and letting yourself bloom? Okay, it's really going to be up to you. How long are you going to put up with this, right? I have the Lovers here, so a little nod to Gemini maybe. Could be dealing with relationships, could be a decision that you have to make, could be all three, right? You might be a Gemini making a decision about a relationship. You might be in a relationship with another air sign too. You might just have to make a decision completely different, about your attitude. Okay, you get it. You know how this works. Pick your story, right? But Gemini nod. All right. We have some Judgment, and we have Two of Cups, which is love. All right. So if this is indeed a relationship, if this is particular to a Gemini, if this is a decision that you need to make, same message either way. There might be some backlash. There might be some judgment. People might have their opinions about what you're doing, what you're going through, who you're with, whatever it is. But you don't care. You love it. You love them. You love this thing. You love yourself. Like, you are putting love over everything. You simply are not listening to these haters. You're going to let them hate. Good for you, babe. Good for you. Okay? Don't let any outside opinions or personal judgment get in the way of true love. Okay? Don't. Alright, we have the Queen of Wands. Alright, so this was like a little nod to possible air, relationships, whatever. I hate to bring up the Leo thing again. And of course it applies no matter what, right? Whether you're dealing with an immature Leo or fire sign in general, or if you are feeling a little like maybe egotistical, okay? We have this Queen of Wands here, right? Which way better than the Prince of Wands, which is why I'm like, you might be dealing with a fire sign. It might be you becoming more passionate, fueling your own fire and setting your own heart ablaze, okay, if you're not dealing with someone. But I also see the Tower. So you can take this in one of two ways. If everything in your life has already fallen apart around you, it is for your growth. It is so that you can continue to develop in your emotions. If things have not fallen apart yet, then you will be faced with this challenge of, all right, well, now you're grown, now you can handle it. What are you going to do when it all comes crashing down on you? Okay. But if you are dealing with a fire sign, I see a lot more tumultuosity. Probably made that word up. Tumultuousness in your relationship. Okay, that's just not looking too pretty if you are dealing with a fire sign. If you resonate more with this Queen of Wands energy, again, it could be overcoming it for the sake of your own growth, or it's how you handle it now that you've grown. Holy fuck, there's a lot of cards. I hate this right now. I'm kind of done. Like, I don't want to keep talking about it, and I feel like some of you might be a little resistant to these messages, which is why I'm getting this attitude of like, oh my God, like I'm over this. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. But it's probably going to get more harsh because now you already have a bad taste in your mouth because of this shit, right? But keep in mind, the universe, all right? It would be way worse if the Tower was here and the universe was here. Just be honest. Let's reveal. Seven of Wands, Valor, you got to face it. Whatever this chaotic situation is, you got to just face it. Princess of Discs. It might be making a new investment, whether that's in a business, a relationship, and yourself. Could just be as simple as self-care. She is working it though, this girl, right? Could be an earth sign coming in to kind of save the day, okay? Whatever it is, maybe they're going to help you with damage control, but it's going to be about getting your stability back and getting grounded either way, and realizing that you're busy, you're doing something. Right? You gotta stick to it. You gotta just keep going. Don't get too caught up in anything else. Aquarius energy, okay, the Star. So something could come as a surprise. We could be reiterating that self-care that I just mentioned, or this can be a little special shout to Aquariuses. Eight of Swords, interference, okay? Shit is going to try and fuck you up. If you are dealing with another air sign, if you are the Aquarius, if you are whatever the case is, shit is going to fuck you up. Almost on purpose. I don't know if it's a malicious person in your life. I don't know if it's just happenstance kind of thing. But again, with this Queen of Wands and the Tower is damn near the same as this Star and interference. But this is going to be a lot harder and a lot more emotional. Whereas this, you'll probably more than likely be able to handle. But it's like, you cannot catch a break, actually. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. Okay, but 9 of Cups, happiness, having that right attitude. And again, with the water signs looking good today, okay? 5 of Wands, strife. You might be emotionally flatlined. You're like, damn, I had a really, really tough journey full of feelings, right? You're going from the Prince of Wands to the Queen of Wands to having the Tower moments and shit. You're just kind of burnt out by the end of it, for sure, for sure. You got the right mindset, which we were working on in the beginning, like mentioned with the Princess of Cups and how you're all very different. You will all achieve the same results with this happiness. However, you will feel pretty burnt out and not want to feel a goddamn thing ever again, for sure. Yeah, I see that. And 8 of Cups, indolence. It might come out as like you get almost so burnt out or so bored even that you just kind of give up on doing anything. You're like, something's gonna come along and fuck shit up anyway. What do I care? I did mention in some of the other readings that it could also be drinking. It's just a theme today. Quarantine coming up, right? Not coming up, happening actively all the time. Ace of Swords, this is your fight. This is your battle. This is your energy. Bringing it all back together and not accepting this. Not accepting this, okay? Putting in the work to maintain this 9 of Cups, this happiness. Picking and choosing your battles. Here's your chosen battle. This is it. This is it. All right. And then the Empress, staying in control, staying seated at the throne, having total rule over the entire empire and not just the kingdom. All right. So if you are, I almost said dealing with an earth sign, which is weird. The Emperor is fire because it's Aries, but I just thought earth. So if you are dealing with an earth sign, for sure looking tight. Looking real tight, she is. That feminine energy. And again, with the water, if you're dealing with a water sign, yeah, she's looking good too. Of course, she doesn't have to be a woman. It's the feminine elements. Okay? So, Empress shit. It could also be you really taking control. Right? 3 of Swords, sorrow. Yeah, shit might be hard. You might get sad. Whatever, man. Whatever. You can't stop just because you don't like how it started. Right? And it's swords, right? It's also way more manageable than that 8 of Swords. It's like, bummer. Moving on. Straight up. Bummer. Moving on. 9 of Discs. Whatever seeds you planted with that Princess of Discs, whether it's the earth sign or your money, business, any kind of investment, maybe even home owning, whatever it is, air signs, like your money will get right, or you're going to keep making that money and keep that steady income, bring home that bacon. Okay, you had a long day in the fields, you're tired, your horse is tired, you're ready to go relax like the king you are. And then death, which is Scorpio. So heavy on the water once again, but it could be a transition, an ending, right? You're used to the stable, secure, slightly even boring with all the in-between cards like the 5 of Wands, but this will change and this will transform. We might even be talking about Scorpio season, which is not until the end of the year, really. October, November, but still like a long way to go of you just consistently having to work hard and make that money, almost sacrificing or giving up things that bring you joy too, right? But yeah, if you're dealing with Scorpio, sweet. But if not, transformational transition. Okay. These are face down, kind of pointing in different directions. We have the 6 of Swords in science and the Priestess. You know how this works out. You know what's happening. You know what I'm talking about. You know how this applies to you. You know. And you love it. You made this. You came up with cooperations. You are creating this religious experience with this cross there and the priestess. It is a whole ass religious experience, okay? And you did that shit, babe. All right. And then over here we have the Prince of Swords and the Sun. Okay, so Prince of Swords, yeah, not great. Kind of more on the immature side, little bit of a swing and a miss kind of thing, but it's also just representing air energy. Although it would have been cool if you showed up as the Knight of Swords or the Queen of Swords, but you got the Prince of Swords. But happiness, right? So it's going to take a little fight, you know. You can't be nice all the time. Maybe that's another little Libra thing, the people pleaser. You can't be nice all the time. But you can still be happy and still have to fight for what you want, okay? Still having to put into work that you don't want to do. You can still be happy through all of that, but you also know that you're creating something. So this is moving in two different directions, but at the same time, you'll come up with the same conclusion. It looks pretty good either way. This route, a little more complicated, a little more variables. This route, a little more certain, but maybe more work. All right? So, just saying. Whew. All right. Aldrimic. Let's just see what's going on with the money for air signs. I know the alphabet. Maybe I'm not saying his name right. Andromelech. I wasn't. Andromelech. I was like, I do know the alphabet, but I don't know his name. So that explains a lot. Andromelech. Okay. Beware of judging by appearances, especially those who dress to impress but have no substance behind their style. Fashion isn't everything, sweaty. Okay. So just because they have a title doesn't mean they deserve your respect. Which sounds horrible. You should probably just treat people with respect in general, but you don't have to put anyone on a higher pedestal just because of their status either, you know. Their ranking doesn't make them a better individual, you know. Their status symbols, whatever they may be, especially pertaining to fashion, don't mean shit, okay? Just be content with who you are, and you will come across people who are content with who they are. Try not to get too caught up in the label. All right. Messages, ghost, regret. Okay, so you are thinking about something. There's something on your mind, air signs. You are just feeling like you went the wrong way. Maybe you chose the wrong person, wrong career path, whatever it is, you know. Especially, I just started playing with these demon cards. I pretty much never do that. Once I'm done with them, I'm done with them. But this regret might have something to do with your investments, your money, your job, even. Like you're just feeling like, damn, somewhere along the way I maybe made a mistake. Okay, and I think it's okay to feel that, and honestly I don't think it's ever too late to change. Okay, not everyone is in a position where they can just like take a leap of faith on something as serious as their income or their job, and I get that, I respect that. But at the same time, you don't want to be burdened with this regret. You don't want to be haunted by these indecisions, okay? Graveyard, unnecessary fear, okay? This is double awful, and I feel really sad about it, honestly. Like, the reading wasn't that bad. It was pretty hopeful. But this is like your inner self and your higher self. Your guided messages right now are addressing your regrets and your fears. You know, there's a lot holding you back right now. And there's a lot that it doesn't even need to be there necessarily. You know, that's why it's unnecessary and it's a ghost. It's not actually there. It's haunting you. It's making it seem like it's present, but it's a presence, okay? It's not currently regretful of your current situation. It's just something that you're maybe thinking too much about and something that holds you back and instills this kind of fear in you where you don't want to take that leap and you don't know how to move forward because you're like, it's going to get fucked up. All that Eight of Swords bullshit. And yeah, the Tower, like, you're really feeling like, I don't know how to move now. In any way, shape, or form. Let's see what else. Okay. Air sign messages for air signs. It seems like a lot, but all right. Whoa, 3 out of 3 so far. So I gotta do water signs, but 3 out of 3 elements today so far have got Night Song, Hidden Talents, and Scrying Intuition. All right. So this is really a time where, yes, go for it. Find out what you're good at. You know, maybe look for a new, not necessarily a whole new career path, but just like identifying your skills can help you transform the work, okay? It might even be more of a side hustle or even a hobby. It doesn't have to make you money for you to share your gifts, all right? But if you are seriously doing something and you're not sharing it, you are doing yourself and others a disservice. Because we want to hear you. We want to see you. We want to feel that. Like, you're given these talents for a reason. They are supposed to be used to help contribute to the greater picture. All right? And not doing them and not putting yourself out there because what? Because you regret not taking that chance and now you're afraid to take another chance? Well, guess what? You're going to land on your feet or fly away here, Robin. Or whatever, red bird. I think it's a robin, right? Hidden fucking talents. You need to start getting it out. Okay? And then scrying, intuition. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You have some little secret thing that you don't do or don't do enough or you're not open about. Follow that intuition. Go with your gut. If something's pulling you, go towards it. All right, now is the time. That's the thing. The reason that everybody got those cards is because this is a very pivotal time in history, right? Revolution and Renaissance. You might be a revolutionary. You might be out on the front lines protesting every fucking weekend, every day even, whatever. You might be a journalist or a news anchor. I don't know, it'd be cool if a news anchor was watching my shit. I don't fucking know what. You know what I'm saying though, right? And those are true revolutionaries. Okay? But you might also be of the Renaissance. You might be a painter or a singer or a poet or a bard, right? No matter what it is, you need to contribute, okay? Because we are building this sort of post-apocalyptic world, post-pandemic. I shouldn't maybe use the word apocalypse, but it does sure goddamn fuck feel like shit's falling apart, doesn't it? So I'm just saying, and forgiveness, reducing burden. You need to forgive yourself. You need to let go of these fears. You need to stop having so much regret, okay? You still have a chance. You still have an opportunity. You still have work to do. You still have things to be explored. No more of this. Let this shit go. Seriously. Let it fly away. You, of all people, air signs, I'm surprised that you're getting these trio here. You know, usually you're the ones who say, oh, that's too heavy. I ain't taking that with me. You know, you are the leaders in forgive and forget, I feel, most of the time. And I do feel like this might be towards yourself, even. Okay, so whether it's yourself or someone else, you gotta let it go. It's time. It's time. You gotta get back in the flow. Okay? Check and see one more time. No, I think that really nailed it. I think that's it. Can you hear me? Are you listening? This is the sound of my heart breaking. That's your contest clue. Can you hear me? Are you listening? Okay. I think that's the format, right? Yeah. So, anyway, that's what I got for you, air signs. I hope it helps. I hope what I really hope, not that it helps, but that it inspires you, okay? Get inspired, feel charged up, be ready for the battles that are ahead instead of cowering away from them. All right, that's my final take on that. So anyway, I will be back next week. And yeah, okay, peace.